Hello, folks. Time to do today's CSS daily target. Ooh, a subtle one. Okay. I think I see the curve going on here. And I believe that curve is, we could do it two ways. Let's see if we can get that curve. We're going to put it on the body to start with. So I'm going to use the blank template. I'm going to clobber the paragraph tag. I don't know that we need it. But what we're going to do is we're going to say radial gradient as the background. Circle at 50% 0. And then this color, we're going to give it an extent. 50 pixels, let's say, and then transparent. All right. Now, here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to move it. Okay. So at 110, there it is. 6, 7, 8. That's not too bad. That looks like a pretty good match. I'm going to put the background on it and we can see, yeah, that's kind of the right thing. So we've got, part of these puzzles is choosing the way to do something. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this paragraph tag back. And I'm going to make an element that matches that thing perfectly. I'm going to need margins on the paragraph element itself. I'm going to put a border radius of, what's the border radius? Well, it's 80 pixels. And then we need margins and a height that it's going to be correct. So really not visible. What is this thing you're making? Okay, so let's make the top margin negative, minus 50, and then push it in from the sides. 100, 110, 115, 112. There it is. Now let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. And that's our shape. Now we need, what do we need to do? So I guess what we did wrong, I think I had some margins on there. We need to push this down less. So less negative. 3, 2, let's make this 300 tall, just for fun. All right, because we want to assure, maybe 250. 250 is probably fine. No, 250 is the number that I was looking for. All right, so let's do the same thing we did again, but this time we're gonna try to align that curve better. How about 70, 71, 72, 69, 68. There it is. So yeah, an 8 features because, why? Well, because, why is it feature? I'm trying to think of it. Because the body has a natural margin of 8, 8 pixels on the top and sides, all the top, bottom, and sides. So we're not touching that. We could do margin 0 and then change these, but we're not going to do that. So 8s and 12s, 8s and 12s, 8s and 2s ends up being the things. If we don't want to put a margin of 0 on the body, which we can do that too. And when you're starting out, well, certainly when I was starting out, I was always 0 at the body because, well, why make it harder on yourself? Well, it's useful. All right, so linear gradient. And we're going to be what? Transparent, stripe, transparent, and a final color. So now we need color stops. Let's do 50%, 0. If we're lucky, these will be percentages, and we can get away with percentages. 60, 60, 70, 60, 50, 55, 56. And then how about 70%, 0, 71, 70, 66, 67, 68, 68%. And that's that shape. So that's what we made. Part of it is up above. We can't see it all. Now we could also make it exactly as tall as it needs to be. And then do border radius at 0, 80 pixels, 80 pixels, 0. That would be an option. Or 0, 0, 80 pixels, 80 pixels, right? Corner, corner, bottom, bottom. Those border radius. But, you know, for code golf, we'd like to just have as little as possible. And that will do it. All right, so let's make another one of these. There he is. So the second one we will address using the adjacency selector. So it's the second paragraph element. And we're going to flip him upside down by doing scale -1. So now he's upside down. And he's so close to being right. But he's just not quite right, is he? No, not quite right. Okay, so the question is, can we do... Can we do some trickery here and get a different effect? So that's the bottom margin. And I can push it down, but I don't believe I can force it to be up, to come up. Yeah, that's not working. That's okay. We can do a margin and do it as a variable var m, comma, and then m, and we're going to have different numbers. We know it's going to be, we'll try 0, 112 to start with, and then we'll make this negative, -20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Perfect, I think. And that's how we do that shape. Kind of a fun one. Let's see if that's 100%. I'm concerned. Yeah, it's 100% match. Get out of there. Be done. Unit replace. No units to replace, I don't believe. It's all percentages and unitless pixel units. So, well, pixel units implied. And so that's a fine solution to this problem. Clearly, we showed that a radial gradient could be done. That half circle could be done as well, and use that. And you just got two of them. One of them is at 50% 0, one of them is at 50% 100%, and then you move them with the background position. And this is another way to go. So well, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. For those of you celebrating holidays, hope they're great holidays. And take care of yourselves. It is rough out there. And go make a webpage.